Oh, what have I been up to? Just loads of cute stuff. Hello and welcome to Blossom Sandwich Sews. My name is Yvette and in this vlog I'm going to be talking to you about the Project Dress a Girl challenge. So this challenge is hosted by Muddy Sews and it is about creating dresses for little girls in extreme poverty. So it's a really special challenge to get involved with. If this is your first time hearing about this challenge, firstly, where have you been? There's like a whole vlog tour, we're quite a way through it now, but if you need all the details, do check out Muddy's intro video so that you have all the details to join in and make sure the dresses that you create are suitable to be donated. So I'll pop that in a link in the cards so you can add it to your up next and in the description box below. And whilst you're on your way down there, maybe slap that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. So today I'm going to be taking you through all the dresses that I've made for the challenge this year. So this is my second time joining in with Project Dress a Girl. So I joined in last year, and the most special thing about joining in last year was actually getting to see some of my dresses arrive in Uganda. So I'm in the UK, so I send my dresses to our UK ambassador, who is called Jackie. So I'll put a link to the UK website below. I have emailed her and checked that she is receiving dresses at the moment. So if you're in the UK, do drop her an email and she's really helpful and she'll send your dresses out for you. So last year I made 10 dresses. And this year I wanted to make even more. So I've made 12 dresses this year. So I'm going to be showing those in a minute. But yeah, I was just talking about last year. So I'll show you my last year's dresses. I tried out a few different patterns last year and I got to see some of my dresses arriving in Uganda from photos that Jackie posted on the UK Dress a Girl social media accounts. So I've circled the ones that are mine, and there's even a picture where a kid is holding one of the dresses that I made. So that was really special to know that the dresses that I've put time into making have actually arrived somewhere. So hopefully some little kids are enjoying wearing them now. And it really inspired me to get involved in the challenge again this year. So I wanted to make more dresses than last year, which I have achieved. And this year I decided that I would do all my dresses the same pattern. So this is getting a bit unwieldy. I'll hold you up one so you can see the pattern. So I used a very popular pattern, the Peasant dress by Scattered Thoughts of a Crafty Mum. So that's a free pattern. It's really popular. I'll put a link in the description. And I haven't done a sew along for this video because there are loads already. So just from watching the first few days of the vlog tour, I've already seen this pattern mentioned and some great tutorials and tips. So there was a tutorial from KGFL Creations and also some great tips from What Mandy Made Next. So go and check those videos out if you are thinking of making this pattern. So it comes together really easy. I'd recommend it for beginners. So it's just a front and a back, and then the sleeves are raglan sleeves. Then you create a channel and you put some elastic in. And from looking at the photos of the dresses arriving in Uganda, they say they really like this style because with the stretch, it can fit lots of different ages and sort of grow with the girls a little bit. And it can also, it covers their shoulders so they feel a bit more comfortable. So yeah, like I said, there are lots of requirements for the dresses to make sure that they are suitable. So do check out the full video from Mari, and also I'm going to put in like a 4-minute video from her at the end. I didn't want to put it in at the start just because I'm sure that you guys are already well familiar with this challenge by now, but I will add all the details to the description box and at the end of this video, and I'll link you up to Mari so you've got no excuse for making a dress that's not suitable. So while I was sewing these dresses, I was sort of reflecting on why it was important to send these little girls handmade dresses, like handmade specifically, because, you know, there are lovely ready to wear dresses, and we could just, you know, for a lot less effort and probably a lot less cost, just get some dresses from the shop, send them out to the kids in need. But the whole point of this challenge is to use your sewing superpower to create something. And I think that's really special for the kids to know that their dresses are handmade by somebody at home And, you know, so there's been care and love poured into those dresses that the little girls are receiving. And I was also thinking about what makes handmade clothes better, in my opinion. So as someone who sews most of my own wardrobe, I mostly wear clothes that I've made for myself. What do I like about that? Why do I do that instead of just buying clothes? Because obviously that could be so much easier. But I've really got into sewing because I love having something unique that no one else has. And I think that's really important as well for these kids in poverty and dire need. Like, even though they're potentially going through a really rough time, they're still an individual and they still deserve to have something unique. So that's what I focused on in my dresses. I've made every single one of mine different, and I know that no one else would have made this exactly the same thing as me as well, even if they've used similar fabrics. So that was a sort of reflection that I had whilst joining in with this challenge. So yeah, I'm really grateful for Murray and her team for setting this challenge up, because it's just got me thinking more about sewing as well. And it's really quite emotional. But like, let me know what you think about this. Maybe I'm just like getting over emotional and like overthinking things. But yeah, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna make sure that all these dresses are different from each other so that a kid can, you know, really feel special and feel like themselves. So I'm going to take you through my dresses and show you what's different about all of them. So this was the first one I made. So for this challenge, it is really good for using up scraps, or if you've got cotton fabric that is suitable, so like not sheer, like not sort of disallowed prints, all that stuff that I'll put in the description. So it is good for using up scraps, but I invested in some fabrics especially for this challenge because I didn't have enough scraps that were suitable, and I wanted to make some really cute dresses. So luckily for me, Rainbow Fabrics had a big sale on lots of quilting cottons, which are perfect for this because they have a good thickness, they're nice and durable, and they come in really fun prints as well. So this is one of the fabrics that I bought from Rainbow Fabrics. So the dress is sort of the size for about a 3-year-old. I'll hold it a bit closer so you can see. It's got butterflies and it's orange, and I thought that it was really bright and really fun. So the extra detail that I've added to this one is I've added some fun floral bias binding from the Specky Seamstress. So I've added that to the top of the pockets and to the edges of the sleeves. So that sort of makes the hem. So I think that turned out really cute. I love how the binding goes together with the print. So that was my first one that I made. And I did try and get a bit of a head start making them before September started, just because I wanted to make a few. And they are a really good and speedy project to whip up as well, because they are quite simple. So this is another one, another butterfly print that I bought, and these are actually some scraps that I used for the sleeves and the pockets, and I really like the contrast. I think it stands out and it makes an extra little detail. So that was the second one. And then I found that with the meter of fabric, if I didn't cut the sleeves and the pockets, I could actually get 2 dresses out of the same fabrics. So these ones have the same base fabric, but a different accent fabric. So this one, my mum actually did some of the sewing on. So this pattern is suitable for beginners. My mum doesn't sew. So yeah, that was quite cute that she got to get involved as well. She's really excited about this project too. My mum does a lot of work with kids and she used to be a teacher. So I think she just finds it really cute and wanted to get involved. So this is my mum's one. She picked this fabric, so we just bought some extra fat quarters for a contrast fabric. So most of my dresses that I've done are age 3, just because that was the size of pattern that I had cut out, but I have made a couple of larger ones because I wanted to make sure that it's not just the little kids, so they're getting the cutest dresses. But I found that the 3-year-olds are really good for using up sort of meters of fabric and then smaller scraps for the sleeves and the pockets. So then this is another one. So what I did was I looked at a lot of my scraps, and because I love the colour blue, I had a lot of sort of smallish remnants and scraps, and I bought this cobalt blue fabric because I thought it would go with quite a lot of my scraps. So that is the first one that I've used this blue fabric for. And then this fabric is like a batik fabric that I picked up at a fabric swap ages ago. So I'm glad that I've been able to finally put that to good use. And then we've got another one in the cobalt blue collection. So this fabric is a Liberty fabric that I used to make myself a Gilbert shirt, and I had a little bit left of that, so that's going to be another cute dress. Then we have this one. So I had a bit of a larger amount of this fabric. So this is from Bornella Fabrics. It's their own design called Super Bloom. I think it's just so bright and fun and colourful. And I had a bit extra of this, but not enough to make the whole dress. So I kind of halved up the pattern piece and made it like a contrast like top. So it's like a sort of top and skirt, which I think has turned out really, really cute. And then I've also done that I've joined the top and the bottom with a French seam so that it's not like itchy or annoying inside. So I'm really pleased with that one. I think that's turned out really, really cute. And then this next one has got a different detail on, where I tried one of the embroidery stitches on my sewing machine. So I did this because I thought that I didn't have a yellow thread, and so I was like, I'll do a contrast and like make it a feature. Turned out that I did have a yellow thread, so I basically just used up all of my blue thread to do this when I didn't even need to. But yeah, I think it is cute. It does add a little something. And this black fabric was another one that I picked up a remnant of it at a swap because I thought it was a really cute print, but then it was too small for me to make anything for myself with. So yeah, that one. This yellow fabric I actually bought at the same time as the cobalt blue fabric, thinking that it would go nicely to make dresses with a lot of my fabrics that I had. But unfortunately, I don't know if you'll be able to see it here, but unfortunately it is a bit sheer, this yellow fabric, and it's really important that the dresses aren't sheer because kind of the whole point of the Dress a Girl Around the World initiative is to give these little girls dignity and protection. So if they're dressed in a sort of inappropriately sheer dress, that's not really achieving the mission. So I didn't make any full dresses out of the yellow, but I just used it for the sleeves and the pockets just to add a little bit of contrast and interest. This one I think is another really cute one. This is another fabric that I bought in the Rainbow Fabrics quilting cotton sale. I kind of wish that I'd placed the print a bit better. I sort of, when I was cutting it out, I was just trying to maximize like the use of the fabric so that I could make more dresses, but I wish that I had sort of this section here with the like beehives like right down the middle. But I think that's the sort of thing that only someone who's sewn it themselves would notice. But yeah, that's sort of annoying to me. But anyway, I think it's still really cute, and I've just added a little bit of purple contrast to the sleeves and for the pockets just to make it a little bit interesting. And then with the rest of the purple fabric, I had a tiny bit left of this fabric that I used for the dress with the embroidery stitches on. So this is a larger dress. This dress is for kind of age 8. So I think this one is really nice. It's like not as kind of cutesy and girly as like the pink butterflies ones, but yeah, it's still got the pockets, and I've added that contrast to the sleeves as well. So really pleased with that as well. I think that's really cute. And then this fabric is owls, but it's really bright, and I've added the yellow just so that you can see that it's got pockets. So that I'm really pleased with as well. I actually had to do a seam up the centre back. You can see it here, just because I kind of hadn't really thought through the cutting out, but I really wanted to get another dress out of this fabric, so it's really cute. But again, I've done a French seam down the back, so hopefully it's not too noticeable. And then inside I've just done white overlocking on all of them, so that they'll be nice and durable, and hopefully these kids can get some good wear out of all these dresses. And now we're getting there, we've got a couple more left. So we've got another one in the owl fabric, but this time it's a larger size. It's age 8 instead of age 3. So again, I've done this yellow contrast on the sleeve, and this one does have pockets, but I haven't added the contrast. So, and that also means that it's still different, it's a different size, and it doesn't have the contrast on the pockets. So yeah, pleased with that one. And then the final one is more of the batik fabric, but again, I've done the thing where I've split the dress in half to do a skirt, and this one I've added a gathered skirt. I kind of wish that I'd done it more gathered, so that it was sort of more of a feature and a bit more sort of had a bit more volume. But yeah, that's really cute as well, and I really like this kind of look. It looks like a top and a skirt rather than just a dress, and then obviously it's got the matching pockets to the batik fabric. So that is all my dresses. I'll try and put a picture of all of them up now, and you can let me know which one is your favourite. I am really excited to see all the dresses that you guys have made as well. So last year the challenge was run, there were over 5,000 dresses collected for little girls around the world. And this year, Mari is aiming for 7,000 dresses. So that's what I thought, oh, I better make some more than last year. I've only made a couple more, but you know, every little helps, doesn't it? And hopefully by doing the video as well, that's spreading the word and hopefully inspiring more people to get sewing for charity as well. Even if you only make like 2 dresses, that's like 2 lives that have been changed. So how amazing is this opportunity, honestly? So this video is part of the vlog tour for this challenge. So make sure that you've watched all the videos in the vlog tour for loads of inspiration. You might get more ideas for different patterns. So obviously I've made all 12 of my dresses with the same pattern. I think next time I might try out a few different patterns just to mix things up a bit. I'm a bit like over the peasant dress now. I've made loads of them, but they do come together really quickly and they're perfect for a sort of refresher between larger projects. So speaking of the vlog tour, if you missed yesterday's vlog, that was from the lovely Liz, who is the baker that sews. Liz has an incredible taste in fabrics and she's a primary school teacher, so I'm sure she has made like loads of amazing dresses. I'm really excited to see what she's produced. And then tomorrow is going to be a live unboxing from Mari at the Project Dresser Girl HQ. So make sure you watch that, especially if you've sent her one of your dresses, because you might get to see it unboxed. So that'll be really exciting. And there's also going to be another vlog from Mountain Accent Sewing. So check that out as well. But yeah, there's been great videos already. I've only watched the first few, so I'm recording this a little bit in advance. But yeah, it's such an exciting challenge to join in with. If you are joining in, make sure that you post your dresses to Instagram and say how many you've made and tag Mari Sews for Curves so that they can add your dresses to the final count. That's really important. But yeah, I'm just really excited that like the sewing community has come together to work on this awesome initiative. It's really, really special. And now I'm going to hand you over to Mari. So she's going to give you all the details about how to get involved, how to make sure your dresses are appropriate. And yeah, I hope that you have fun sewing. Bye.
I'm Mari from Mari Sews, and I'm the founder of Project Dresser Girl, the month-long event where we all sew dresses for girls living in extreme poverty. All of the dresses that we're making need to be able to slip over a little girl's head without any kind of fasteners, all except fabric ties and elastic. You can use those too. Now you can sew any size, up to a size 12, but please make sure that your fabrics are all natural fabrics. They can be a blend, so if you've got a blend that is mostly natural, that's okay. But do make sure that your fabrics are not sheer. And if you by chance happen to have a sheer fabric, go ahead and line that. And while we're talking about fabrics, let's avoid any of those cartoon character themes like Disney characters and the like. No words on your fabric, because we don't know where these dresses are gonna go and what language they speak. No country specifics like flags or holiday themes. And please, no pillowcases. Don't waste your precious sewing time making a dress out of a pillowcase that won't get donated. No one wants that to happen. Do include at least one pocket on your dress. The more the merrier. They're the perfect place to place your Project Dress a Girl label or your Dress a Girl Around the World label. My favorite place is to put it right on the little shoulder right there. You can get these labels right here, the Project Dress a Girl labels, over on my website. The sales from these labels do help with the event cost. Anything that is left over ends up getting donated to Dress a Girl Around the World. But of course, you can also use this label that you can get from Dress a Girl Around the World. And this year, I'm really hoping that we can hit that 7,000 mark so that way we can help 7,000 little girls. We keep track of all of the dresses that are getting donated, which means that you, my friend, you need to let me know how many dresses you've made for a donation. And you can do that one of two ways. You can either post your picture on Instagram using the hashtag Project Dress a Girl 2024 and tag me at Mari Sews for Curves. If you're not on Instagram, no worries. Just send me an email to projectdressagirl@gmail.com and my team will be happy to record your final numbers. Now, if you're wondering, well, Mari, how do I actually collect these dresses? I've got you covered. You can either find a local ambassador who has opted in to receiving dresses from this event. And if you don't have a nearby ambassador, feel free to ship me your dress. If you have any questions or want any details, go and check out the kickoff video over at Mari Sews. You can also send an email to me at projectdressagirl@gmail.com. And by the way, in case you haven't done it yet, make sure that you subscribe to this video right down there. Check out those little buttons down there. Subscribe, hit that bell, and turn on all of your notifications because you don't want to miss any of the amazing videos that this amazing YouTube creator is making for you. I mean, you really don't want to miss another dress, do you? So go and hit that subscribe button. Bye.